So I'm just used to the Supra. No RPM in that thing. Hell, mate.
Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome along to Brands Hatch, where we're here for a track day once again. And I'm here in my brand new Porsche Cayman GT4. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago. I've done about 500 miles in it, and Jimmy said, do you fancy coming down to the track? And I said, yeah, all right then, why not? So that's what we're here to do. It's going to be a good laugh. Looking forward to getting out on track here today. Just trying to get a feel for what the Cayman's all about, have some fun and all of that sort of things. Jimmy's here in his scuff Supra as well, which is turbocharged. It's putting out like over 400 horsepower. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what it's going to be all about. Just go out, have some fun, enjoy ourselves today. What's that going to read? 10 miles an hour, maybe 12?
If we're lucky. I've got the heady heights of 15.
Now ready to head out for our first run. So yeah, there's just been a little red flag, but the track's begun to dry out a little bit. So let's get out there, shall we, and find out what it's all about on track. Right, so we've got it in sport mode. We've got the sport suspension on. Oh, it's a slippery little bugger. Not much grip out here. Slippy. So as you can see from the onboard footage, conditions were far from ideal during the warm-up laps, and despite the sunshine, I just wasn't able to find any grip. The track was still really greasy, and the tyres just didn't want to play ball at this point, with the back of the car fighting me all the way on corner exit. Not everybody, though, was finding it so difficult. As you can see, Jimmy, with his scuff Supra, found his way fast fairly easily. It's Earl of Broadbent. I'm going to put that down to the superior tyres that are on the Supra, and also the added weight probably helping a little bit. Anyway, bruised ego aside, let's go for a lap here at Brands Hatch in these greasy conditions, just to show you how difficult it is. So across the timing line we go. The caterham in front is our reference point. Over the rise into Paddock Hill. We're going quite late on the brakes and the ABS starts to kick in, but we're taking it so gingerly through that first part of the circuit there, just not having confidence underneath. And when you don't have that temperature in the tyres, it's really hard to describe just how little grip you have underneath you. And I don't want to throw the car in because I know it's going to understeer wide, and I've got to be really careful on the power because the back breaks away, like it does slightly there on the exit of Druids. Down in towards Graham Hill, into the left-hander there. I decide to throw the car in a little bit more and see what she does. Fine on the entry, on the exit, start sliding. Bit too much rotation. And as you can see, I just rotated that car a little bit too much speed into the corners. Now, watch this caterham in front of us. Electronics kicking in on our car, and he goes straight off the track. Had a spin. Anyway, time to come back into the pit lane, let the track warm up a bit, and go out when it's drier later on. So first few exploratory laps out in the Cayman. To be honest, it's pretty slippery out there. The tyres obviously not really up to temperature, had a few sort of arse-clenching moments, but you know, generally it was okay. I'm just sort of not used to it and obviously cautious of the fact that I don't want to biff the car into the barrier. What I probably need is somebody who knows what they're doing.
Hi, how you doing?
All right?
Yeah, good.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, all right, actually. This thing's strangely agile. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good.
The exact opposite of you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the turbo is proving to be a little bit tricky to manage, but otherwise, it's good.
Fancy going this?
Obviously.
Game on. Broadbent in the Cayman.
Right, don't crash it.
Put it in.
Where?
On the right.
Oh, what's going on here, mate?
Again?
This is some new technology going on there.
It's all analog for you. Put on the clutch. There you go. It's on sport suspension. If you put it in sport mode, and then if you've got a death wish, you can turn the traction control off, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
It's electric handbrake on the right.
What the f***? Oh, down there. Brother. Never have I been treated to such a car.
Have you driven a Cayman before?
No.
Good.
Driven a Porsche before, though.
Okay. Well, that bodes well. See what I mean? She's a slidey boy.
He's all right. The tyres will come.
Yeah. Don't go too mad.
Don't worry, I won't, mate.
I know.
So I'm just used to the Supra. No RPM in that thing. Hell, mate.
Yeah.
Where's the front of it?
I did tell you. It's a bit snappy.
No, I wouldn't want TC off in this. I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
Famous last words, that, see?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I have to really be careful on the way in.
Yeah, yeah.
The tyres are worse than the Supra.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me.
Well, cut twos, mate. Suboptimal conditions.
Yeah, me. Well, I appreciate that, mate.
That's all right, fella.
Sorry if I gave you a scare.
No, you're all good. Did you give yourself a scare?
No,
Then you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Always in control, mate.
These tyres were a bit spicy. I'm not the biggest fan. The car itself pulls nice, you know, it's quick in a straight line.
Snappy though, right?
Yeah, not a nice sort of snappy either though. It's like the mid-engine snappy where it's like, oh, we're going to have a moment here. Like, especially down the bottom there. This corner there that I think is really good for judging the balance of the car. This just goes whap. I mean, it is a bit greasy, so we'll give it that. But the tyres should be up to temperature, and yeah, they just didn't really do anything. But yeah, it sounded good, and I felt like a rich person driving it. So back to being poor now. Back to the Supra.
Well, at least now I know it wasn't just me that was struggling for grip out there in the Cayman, with JB's frank review of the tyres confirming that conditions were pretty suboptimal in the early part of the day. But with the weather forecast looking positive for the afternoon, I was still really keen to see what the Cayman was able to do on a fully dry track. So lunchtime's now over, everyone's heading back out on track here at Brands Hatch. It's time for us to get a few dry laps in the Cayman.
I reckon it could be quite congested out on track just about now. Let's see how we get on. Right, into the left for Surtees. Car feels good. Down to third. Stick it in. And go through. It's a nice bit of clear track, really. So what can I tell you about the Cayman then? Well, as you'd expect, it's a bit lovely. Really drives nicely. Corner's flat. Turning's pretty good. It wasn't so good in the wet. In the dry, it's absolutely fantastic. Grips really nicely. Over the crest. Bang, down into third. Let's get the nose of the car in. Still taking it a bit steady at the moment. Beautiful, that's what we like. On the brakes, ABS kicking in. Down into Druids. Get the arse of the car out. Let that Caterham go. He's going to be quicker than us in the corners. But we've got more poke in a straight line. Let us through? Yes, he is. Thank you very much. Get it into Surtees. Down through. Into clearways. Feel the back of the car starting to move around a bit more now as we're beginning to push. And it feels lovely. Into fourth gear over the line, 110. On the brakes. Over the crest. Down into third. Ease off. Chuck it in. Oh, cream and almonds. Lovely! Rips up absolutely beautifully. Down into second, into Druids. Get the nose in. Get the front wash wide. Back on the loud pedal. Oh, yes. Graham Hill. Let's get it into there. Get on the gas. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. It feels like the whole car. It's sort of gyrating around your hips. You just feel absolutely at one with it. It's so, so lovely. It inspires confidence, and I'm not surprised. Shifting up into fourth, across the line. Let's back off there. We don't want to put that Swift off too much. Let's get around the outside of him. Into paddock. Now these tyres have got a bit of heat in them. Okay, that was a bit sketchy there, my old mate. Now the tyres have got a bit of heat in them. I can see why people love these Cup Sport 2s. They grip up so nicely. In the wet, they're about as useful as an ashtray on a motorbike. But in this, now on the dry track, come on, let's get on the power. They feel absolutely fantastic. All right, let's go for one more. Bang. Down into third. Get the nose of the car in. Oh, fantastic. Second gear, just behind this Mazda. Down into Graham, on the brakes, let it off. Get the nose in. Absolutely superb. What a fantastic car. Let's get it into 30s, carrying a bit more speed now. Whoa, the electronics kicked in a bit there. We had a bit of a bum raiser, but that's all right. Starting to push the limits a little bit more now. What a fantastic car! Get on! All right, let's go for a cool down. Just fantastic. The brakes, the suspension, everything working together so nicely. The front end feels quite good. I was a bit worried about the mid-engine and, you know, the weight transfer, that sort of thing, but actually, it's not bad at all. And once you've got grip into the tyres, my God, can you start to push it? Just feels so nice. The brakes feel so positive, and you've got so much feedback through the pedal. I've driven cars before where you just hit the brakes and it feels like you're hitting a block of wood with brakes that are made out of old biscuit barrels. And in this, it's the complete opposite. Everything is just so responsive and just so confidence inspiring. And I'm not pushing anywhere near what the limits of the car are, but I'm having so much fun. It's just incredible. What an amazing car. So glad we got a bit of clear air, a bit of dry track time as well. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What a way to end the day here at Brands.
Oh my God, I'm absolutely shaking with adrenaline after that. Honestly, that was such a thrill. So good to get a bit of clear track time in the Cayman, and so nice to just sort of explore the car a little bit more. I've only done, 300 or 400 road miles in this thing. Nice to get it on track though and just enjoy ourselves. A little bit wet this morning and greasy obviously, but now some dry track time, and I've got to enjoy what that Cayman has to offer, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know it that little bit more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed my first track day in the Porsche Cayman. If you're looking at buying a Cayman GT4, I cannot recommend it enough. Get out there, go and buy one. You will not regret it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you have enjoyed it. Take care, and we'll see you on the channel again very soon.